I think the biggest issue that I face is that I lacked faith at the beginning, and the thing is really about trusting yourself and trusting your guts, because you don't know why, but intuitively you know what is good for you, as you know what is good for your child. In the same way, you know what is good for your company. So you have first to listen to yourself.
In part one of my conversation with Audrey Bergenthal, the founder and CEO of Euveka, she discussed the inspiration behind the Biomimetic Robot Mannequin, a mannequin that can transform its shape to reproduce a wide range of body types to help clothing designers. In this second part of our conversation, Audrey talks about some of the challenges she's overcome in starting her company, and she offers a glimpse of where she thinks the world of retail is headed in the future. Audrey, to continue our conversation, this has been quite a journey for the past 9 years. A lot of R&D, you're excited for now expansion and growth, and then, yay, challenges with COVID-19 and having to adjust and keep innovating. Tell me, let's look in the past 8 years first, before we get to today's challenges. What's one difficulty as a technology leader, as a fascinating one who's taken it from concept idea to now delivery to products? What's something that you can share with another leader that you were able to overcome, a challenge you were able to overcome that they could learn from?
The biggest challenge, well, is to find the right people that will help you make your idea concrete and become something real. And you need to find as passionate people as you are, and that was at first quite a challenge, but hopefully I met a wonderful core team. And then the other big challenge is, of course, for every startup, is to have access at the proper time to enough and sufficient fundings, because you can have the greatest idea with no petrol to fuel in, then yet there will be no growth. And in France and Europe, we are seen as an industrial player, and it's hard to find subvention in Europe when you are an industrial player. But now with the COVID crisis, they have understood that you cannot kill the industry. You just really very need it, and it's so dangerous to be dependent on China and other powerful countries. And I think it may be the same in the US, but now Europe is very convinced that we need to reindustrialize and to master our own process locally. And I hope then we will have the opportunity to be as funded as pure digital player startups.
That journey that you've been on of finding the right team, then being able to find the right funds, and depending on your classification, the difficulties there, and how that might change going into the future. Can you share any tactical advice of what you did that worked, either for finding good team members to begin it, or to find funding, a tactic that you're like, oh yeah, this worked for us?
I think the main thing, but maybe you are more used to it in the US because you are trained to have faith in yourself. We have a more humble and modest approach. In France, and I think the biggest issue that I face is that I lacked faith at the beginning, and the thing is really about trusting yourself and trusting your guts, because you don't know why, but intuitively you know what is good for you, as you know what is good for your child. In the same way, you know what is good for your company. So you have first to listen to yourself, but at the same time you have also to be kind of schizophrenic and be able also to listen to people's criticism and make a compromise, because you're not always right. They can be right, and sometimes even when it hurts and you don't want to hear it, you need to hear it and make the change you don't want to do.
Now moving forward, you moved from R&D to, you went to CES, and you were able to get a lot of interest from there. Can you share any tactical advice from that of being able to get awareness out there in the marketplace and get your first couple clients? Because there's a lot of entrepreneurs that they got the idea and they're ready to push, but how do I actually get my first customer, my first client?
I think you have to be demanding, and you have to dare to target immediately major brands, because major brands are major because they are innovative. So you have to go big at start. Don't think that it's better to start with a small and an anonymous client. No, go big at start.
Go big or go home, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. And every time, if I should sum up my my entrepreneur journey, would be go big or go home. It's every time what we want to do.
Wow. And that ties back to, you have to have that confidence and in yourself of saying, no, I know this product will work, so I'm going to go all the way out and tell the world.
Yes, we were very frightened the first time we delivered Chanel, because Chanel is our first customer, and it was our first production, and we had shaking hands, and we were sweating and like, oh my God, is it gonna work? And it was terrible, but at the same time, it was the best thing we have ever done. Everybody said, no, don't choose Chanel at start. Don't choose Chanel. They are too big. But it's the best thing we've done, because immediately we had a reputation, and people were impressed, even though of course we had problem and we had to fix them, but still we were fixing problem at Chanel.
Obviously, with the current pandemic and the situation, the new normal that comes from this, what do you see the hurdles that you're going to need to overcome now going forward?
First, we need to find additional financial support to remain stable and able to follow the rhythm of brands, because we don't know in how much time they will recover and when they will or be able to speed up again. And what we need to do in the meantime is to build a proper COVID crisis offer that will fit in their budget, because it's the only way for us to survive. So we need to be very reactive and responsive, and try to find a way to work with them anyway. It's the only thing I can see.
I've seen a lot of technology companies and overall companies have to figure out, how do I weather this storm, in an essence of being able to get over the hump, but also be able to keep providing value, so you stay top of mind and can build the base, not ideally the revenue sources that you had originally desired, but ideally you can come out stronger at the end of this. What do you look for innovation and support and motivation as a business leader? Are there any books that you've read or podcasts that you listen to or places you go to for insight?
At first, to build my motivation and my strengths, I read books about mentors and trainers of Olympic players. I read In Search of Excellence, or books like that. The way that US sport players are trained and mentally prepared to face hurdles. That was the best book I ever read. I read tons of them because I think trying to build a successful company is like a long race, a long run, but still you have to go fast. So it's really challenging, and we have to have really a strong mindset and to be strong mentally. And I could only find support in this kind of books. And then I read traditional books and studies, from the Harvard Business Reviews to any kind of publication about smart business model in the digital world, and everything that I could read to nurture my vision and my operation plan, and to make my own mixture and apply it to my company.
What kind of technology innovations do you predict that we will see in the near term and in the long term, overall, across industries? What innovations do you see in the near term, so next year or so, and long term, like the next 10 years?
In a very near term, I think we will see more technology about enriching the retail experience and helping to have more sensation about what can be the customer journey when it comes to online purchase. We will see new technology that will maybe help you have the sensation of the material, haptic technology that will give you the insight of how the material would feel. That maybe you could touch your phone and you would have the sensation of the fabric. You could have also technology that will also. I really do believe in holograms, and maybe we could expect popping from your phone an hologram helping you visualize how you look like while trying on this garment on Amazon. And maybe have some, and of course we will have some drone delivery at home. And in the next 10 years, I think we will have less screen. I think that people will be fed up of being merged in screen, and I think that we'll have not like a step back, but in a way, customers will be willing to have more multi-sensorial experiment. So it means that what I just previously described about a haptic experience, hologram, sound immersive experiment, and so on, I think we will be blended in a more fully technological world, but it won't be only on screen. It will be with, I don't know, hologram or with IoT objects that will, I don't know, maybe have an automatic process that will help you be discharged of repetitive tasks, or even be able to anticipate. I've seen that on the CES that your fridge can already edit your list of missing products that you need to buy. And I think this maybe you have a baby and they will indicate you that your baby has grown, your children has grown, and you need to buy new clothes, and they will indicate new clothes that fit you. You will have a very rapid selection, and then it will be ordered and delivered instantly at home.
Have you seen a company using AI, machine learning, or other technology to transform the way we live, work, and do business? Go to uptechreport.com and let us know.